Hey everybody, welcome to Talking Habs Saturday night hockey talk and first period live stream of the game tonight between the Devils and the Canadiens. But first, this video is made for ages 14 and up. Got to comply with the new rulings. Okay, so we've got a game tonight. Montreal is playing the second game of back-to-back games. They are at home to the New Jersey Devils. I'm sure I'll have to repeat this, but since no one's in and I'm just playing this for the people watching on repeat. Oh, somebody just came in. Hey, whoever's in, thanks for coming in. I'm just going to go over right now the changes tonight in the lineup because there's a few changes. Drouin is apparently did get hurt on that hit against that hit by hey Steven, that hit by Ovechkin. He's going to be out a minimum of 7 days with a lower body injury. Paul Byron also dinged himself there. Remember, I don't know if anybody remembers, but there was a play where I don't know if he got hit, but he came out limping. He had to go off the ice. He apparently is day-to-day also with a lower body injury. So KK is in tonight. Apparently, he'll be playing third-line center. I'm not sure where Nick Suzuki's going to play, if it'll be second line or if it'll be fourth line. Zachary Candido, you went to the Santa Claus parade? Wow, already. Okay, let me just finish my news. So, because of the injuries, Charles Hudon is called up. Like I said in my in the preview today, or the review, I'm not sure which one. I did them both on the same video. I said I think Hudon will be the next call up, and lo and behold, he is, because he's been doing really well. He had a hat trick. I don't know if it was last game that he played or the game before, but he's been playing really well. He's been scoring, so they called him up, which was not a surprise. Also, Keith Kincaid will be in nets tonight against his former team, the New Jersey Devils. He played there for 6 seasons, so that should be interesting. I would imagine he definitely wants to win tonight. I hope he can eliminate those stinker goals he gave up all the games he's played, 3 games. And we'll see how he does. I'm actually expecting a good result here tonight. If the Habs lose, I have a feeling it'll be because Kincaid doesn't have a good game, so I'm hoping that's not the case. Okay, nobody. By the way, hey, Steven, I know you sent me a comment, I guess yesterday. I wasn't able to answer. I was really in a hurry. Yeah, everything's going good. How you doing, buddy? Let's see. There's 4 people, so I see 2. Who are the other 2 in here? Say hi. Let's get this night on. Let's get it going. That's it. I'm just drinking fruit punch. It's nothing. I'm crazy enough as it is. Hey, David. How's it going, buddy? David was close to the last game. He predicted 5-4 Montreal, and it was 5-2, so he was pretty close. Hab Nation is saying 5-3 Habs because Hab Nation always says 5-3 Habs. Hey, Joe, how's it going? And Hab Nation, thanks for coming in, buddies. Zachary, Habs suck. Come on, you're in a Habs channel. Why would you want to say something like that? Habs don't suck, as a matter of fact. Well, I don't know. You got to ask their wives, but I don't know about that. But no, they're doing quite well. They're doing quite well. Oh, I see the room is filling up. That's pretty good. So, I don't know. Anybody making comments? Hab Nation chimed in with his 5-3 Habs. What do you guys think the score will be? I've predicted 4-2 for Montreal. I kind of think Montreal will win here tonight. I know Subban should be probably tacked up a few bucks on the board there for a win. I don't know if, especially on back-to-back games, I don't know if the Devils can do it. Especially Montreal's been playing really well, knock wood. I don't jinx them on that. But I see good things happening tonight. Okay, Zachary, okay, you like the Leafs. That's cool. Anyways, look, that's fine. But do me a favor, just refrain from the Habs sucks. Remember, you're in a Habs channel. But we're happy to have you here. We're happy to have a different point of view. But we got to keep it all nice and friendly. Listen, quite frankly, I don't go around. Leafs aren't my favorite team. That's for, hey, Felix, that's for sure. But I don't go around anymore, especially, at least not on film. Look, my personal life, I'm allowed. I don't go around with the Leafs suck. Leafs are in a bit of a slump. They're having some problems. I know there's an injury to Marner. Things aren't going great over there, you got to admit. And, yeah, so, just because we're doing good doesn't mean we suck. But, I mean, I get the sentiment. I get the sentiment from a Leafs fan. But still, happy to have you in the channel. So that's for sure. David says, if Habs suck, we wouldn't have won. Yeah, well, the Habs don't suck. He's a Leafs fan. It's okay. It's understandable. He's allowed to think that way, but please just not in the channel. Gonna watch. Yeah, I'm gonna watch. That's why once the period's over, I'm definitely gonna watch it because it's on City TV tonight, so I get to see it. And I want to see. I know Ron McLean is doing the Coach's Corner. That's what I saw online, so I'm interested. On Twitter, I've been following some of the feeds because I did the Cherry video. Lost 5 subscribers overall. Picked up some, but overall I lost 5 because of that one video. What are you gonna do? Yeah, I'll tell you, some of the Cherry supporters. Now, I supported it, but I did come down on both sides. I see how... I know Don Cherry is. I know who he is. But the truth is, Don Cherry's not a bad person. In his personal life, he does really good stuff. He's kind of playing a character in a way. Yes, he's a right winger, but I don't think he's nearly that. I think at 85 years old, he wasn't really thinking of what he said. Doesn't make it right. I get that. Anyway, everyone knows you can just look at my video. You know what I think about it. But so Ron McLean's supposed to be doing the Coach's Corner alone this weekend. I guess they haven't figured out what they want to do with it going forward. So it's going to be interesting because he's been taking a beating online with the right wingers. He's been taking a beating because he didn't stand up for Don Cherry. So I wonder. I mean, the guy has to keep his job, but I mean, you're going to sell out for your job and sell out a friend like that, because I don't think it was all that bad. If it was all that bad and Rogers was against it, they wouldn't have rebroadcast it on the next game. They re-showed Coach's Corner a few times from what I came to understand. So I don't think they thought anything was wrong until they got backlash. So who's Poopy Pants? That kind of talk's going to get you barred from the room. If any of my moderators are on, if this guy... Okay, just kick this guy out. I got to go and do it. So, yeah, I got to get in there and do that. That's all. If any of my moderators are out there, I'd appreciate it. Imagine somebody that dumb that he thinks he's being funny. I mean, how childish do you have to be, buddy, to come up with that kind of garbage? I mean, you're just showing what kind of a freaking idiot you are. So, yeah, why don't you go back down to your mother's basement, go into the bathroom, put some porn on your phone, and have fun, because that's all you're worth. So once I get in here, I'll be able to... Ahab Nation, are you a moderator? Toss this idiot out. I'm just getting in there now. Just give me a second, guys. What a putz this guy is. Bye, Namisa. How do you become a moderator? Guess what, Joe? You're a moderator. That's how you become one. When you're one of my trusted subscribers who comes in here and doesn't give me problems, I consider giving you moderator status. Joe, you definitely never give me any problems. I don't expect you ever will. So you just got moderator status. Yes, Hawks fan. I just actually saw it on Twitter getting ready for the stream here. Wow. Kemper and Kachuk really going at it. I don't know who it was that... I think Kachuk took somebody out. He was on the ground. The goalie, Kemper, just jumped on him and pulled him down. There was a big brawl. Yeah. What are we going to do, eh? Okay, first of all, I see Hab Nation's comment. Someone tell me what are SJWs? I have no idea. I can't figure out what that is, and I've never seen it put. So tell me, write it out. What's an SJW? I'm old. Remember that. I'm a boomer. I guess that's I'm a boomer. I guess I'm bad now because I'm a boomer. Just I see that all the time. Now it's a derogatory thing to be a boomer. Like I can choose when I was born. Hey, Habs rock. Thanks for coming in, buddy. I'm Hawks fan. Thanks for coming in again. Or I don't know if that's the first time, right? But thanks for coming in. Just so you know, because you're new here, I do a live stream every Saturday, and I do the first period of every game. So if you ever want to come back in for the live stream, please do. Hawks fan is a new subscriber. If you see him there, and he's a Hawks fan, imagine somewhat of a Habs fan or curious. So if you want to welcome him in, he's new, and he seems like he'll be a good contributor to the channel. Hey, Evan. What's up, buddy? Justin. Hey, Justin. Okay, I don't know why I'm reading it on my phone. Till the game starts, I'm good on the screen. Hang on a sec now. Social justice warrior. Oh, that's what that means. Ah, okay. So what you're saying is those are the crazy left who you can't say anything because if you say anything, you're going down. And I'm a lefty, but I'm not that crazy. Is that what that means? Social justice warriors, there's a problem there because, you know, they think they know everything, but maybe they don't. You know, like this Don Cherry thing, to get back to it, a lot of nuances there that people didn't take into account. I think, my opinion, I'm allowed my opinion, and because of my channel, I guess I get a bit of a platform to say my opinion. Hey, David, thanks. You're awesome just as much, buddy. All of you. I'm just like you guys. Remember that. I just have the balls to get out here and put a video camera on myself and talk to you. That's all. But I'm no different. And I said it in my last video that I'm just a much of a layman, really. Just a long-time fan, but I'm no expert at the game. Just been watching it for so long. But, yeah, just a layman just like you guys. Oh, Zachary, so you do like the Habs. Okay, yeah, well, that's cool. Hey, listen, there's not a lot of people out there that can say they like both teams that are, like, big fans of one or the other, that you could say you like both teams. There's not a lot of Habs and Leafs fans. That's for sure. Yeah, Hab Nation, I kind of figured that you were from our comments, from the comments and our conversations there. I kind of figured that. I'm a lefty, I'm progressive, but I guess because I'm a boomer, and not in a derogatory way, I mean that to myself anyway, but because I'm a boomer, I guess I still have some conservative views that or I see things a little bit that way sometimes, so I can come down and see both sides. But in general, I never vote. I don't care who's running for the Conservatives. They're never getting my vote. I've always been a liberal, and that's how it is. And I don't just vote liberal because I'm a liberal. Believe me, I was really hesitant this year, but it was necessary. Okay, enough politics, because there's too much politics in this goddamn world. Now, Joe, he'll be okay. He'll be out for a week, but I mean, look, he'll be okay. I don't know why it surprised me because, I mean, he came back for the third period. I figured he was fine. Hey, Jeff, how's it going? I got to see this comment. You were a lefty, but the last year or two, you've moved on more to the right. Well, look, I'm more to the right than I've been before, and at the same time, I'm a little more progressive than I've been before. It's kind of, I'm a weird guy. I'm complex. But, like I legitimately fell on both sides on the Don Cherry issue. And I think in a lot of sense, on a lot of issues, I at least can see the other side's point of view anyway. But the older I get, I guess, the more, I'm not saying the more conservative I get, but the more I can, I don't know, I guess I have a few more conservative views than I used to have as a kid. I guess that is true. But it's not because I'm a boomer. Because if I was a boomer, in that sense, I'd be kind of conservative, where I'm not really. Okay, so, no problem, David. You do what you got to do, buddy. I'm not sure why Jeff is saying amen, but Huna, I thought so. The way he's been playing, I figured he was the first call-up. Yeah, Jeff, I guess, hey, as we get older, especially you got kids and you've got, more responsibilities and all that, you tend to get a little more conservative, but I'm never going to be a conservative. I'm never going to be. Although I know it might sound weird, but I liked seeing this year. I like him. I like the politician he's hopefully going to become, if that's. So I could see one day, if he stays on the path he's on, I could see one day voting NDP. But honestly, I don't think I've ever voted anything but Liberal. Or if I really didn't want to, I just didn't vote. I've done that. Now, Dave, you're wrong, David. I am weird. And you know what? I embrace that I'm weird, so that's fine. I don't mind. If I say I'm weird, I'm happy about it. I'd rather be weird than to be a conservative. No, I didn't say that. But yeah, I'd rather be weird than not, honestly. And a little bit insane, because I've always lived by this belief. You have to be a little bit insane to be sane. And honestly, I think I get that from, if you guys are old enough to know MASH, the TV show, I think it's something that Hawkeye said. Okay, that's a different conversation. No, I'm a boomer there, Hab Nation. I was born in 63. I'm the second to last year of being a boomer. So I am a boomer. Legitimately, I'm on the edge of it, but I mean, I'm still a boomer. Joe, it is definitely good to be weird. Better than being normal is just too boring. No, actually, boomer was not my dad. My dad comes from a generation that's called the silent generation. So the generation like that above me, that's what they were called. So ahead of the boomers, it was the silent generation. And my father is a little bit on the edge of that because the boomers start, I believe, in 1945, and they go to 1964. And the silent generation runs before that. I don't know when it started, but yeah, so... I say this with actual knowledge because I saw a show and they were talking about that. Judge Judy was on, and she's from the silent generation, and she's my dad's age, and I know that for a fact. I think it was Bill Maher. I don't know if you guys watch Bill Maher real time, but I watch that every week, and he was talking about that. And again, I don't know why I'm reading them from here. I guess I'm getting used to reading them from here, but I should be right now. I'm still able to read them from the chat screen where it's easier for my bad eyes. But it's a little bit behind over there compared to up here. Yeah, okay, but don't make fun of me because I'm a boomer. What? Oh, you, Ham Nation, I'm not sure what your age is, but you must be a Generation X then, right? PK was booed last time he was here. I hate it when our fans boo him when he gets the puck. I hope he doesn't get booed tonight. He's going to get booed, just without a doubt. And I'm going to tell you why. And this Don Cherry thing's a good reason why. And I don't know if my French viewers are going to agree with me. It's because he's black. I don't care what anybody wants to say. It's because he's black. That's why he's going to get booed. That's why people here stop liking Subban. A lot of them are happy to get rid of him. And I'm telling you, it's the case. For me, I don't dislike the guy, but I am happy that we made that trade because I think we benefited from having Weber. I think Weber's done way more for us than Subban has done for the other teams. Now, to say if he would have been better if he stayed here, that can't say. And I was a big Subban fan, so I don't hate him. Color doesn't bother me in any way. So it's not that. But I've been married in French families. Joe, I don't know if you're French or not, but you can probably tell me this is true. It's because he's black. Nice guy though, eh? He came in. Apparently, one of the young girls that at the hospital, the children's hospital that he's dealt with and he knows. She was not doing very well, and him and his wife, they rushed over. They brought her a sweater and all kinds of stuff and had a nice visit with her. Still a good guy. Still a good guy. Whatever you want to think of PK Subban, that he's a showboat and blah, 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 he's a good guy. So, can't take that away from someone. When they're good like that and they do good things, you can't take that away. And go back to Don Cherry. Don Cherry does a lot of that kind of stuff. So, just saying. And like I said, I think a lot of his gruffness and all that stuff is an act. The suits, I've heard him say it, it's just a costume. Whenever he's out, and he's doing something public, he's in costume. So Don Cherry that you see on TV is a character. There is a real Don Cherry, and he's similar to that, but that Don Cherry on TV is a character. Let's see now. Mar's not too social justice warrior. He's not. He really isn't. You should watch him and know. I know what you're thinking and what you think you mean, but you don't watch. It's because you don't watch him or you haven't for a while. But I don't agree with that he's a SJW now that I know what that is. No, I like a few of the talk show hosts, and I love Carson, yeah. But no, I like Colbert and Seth Meyers. I watch those guys sometimes. I watch their clips anyway, and I never miss a Bill Maher. And John Oliver on Sunday. Last week, tonight, oh my God. I love that. So I love that kind of stuff. I'm obviously not. I'm not a Trump guy. Never was. Never will be. Could never. So I'm American too. I'm a dual citizen. So I have a dog in the fight over there, and I follow it very closely. Though not as close as I used to because it could drive you freaking crazy. But the impeachment thing is heating up, and I've been following. I don't know how did I get into that. I don't even remember anymore. So no, everybody sucks. No, I don't agree. Not all of them. Okay, so now we go back to Subban. Joe is saying when he got traded, Joe cried. I didn't, only because of who we got back. If it was a shitty trade, I would have been upset, like really upset. I understood why we traded him and loved getting Shea, but I was still extremely sad. And yes, I am French Canadian. Pretty sure it is because he's black. See, you would agree. It is. It's not. It's without a doubt. I'm sorry, but in general, and Joe, I'm not saying you're like that, or I'm not saying anyone in particular out here listening to me is like that, but I was married into French families, so I'm not saying this because I don't know. But it's all, yeah, we like you, and it's nice to see you. As soon as you turn your back, the knives go in. And it's not everybody, because you can't generalize like that. But boy, I dealt with a lot of that in my day. And I see the same thing like that because I'm Jewish and I was married into a French-Canadian family and I got treated kind of the same way. I see how a lot of fans feel about Subban. I recognize it, and that is the case. It's because he's black. And it's not everybody, obviously, because I'm not like that, and I know there's a lot of people that aren't, but that's why he gets booed. You heard it here first, folks. Exclusive from Talking Habs with Rick. He tells you the truth of how it is. But it is. That's how it is. Let's read some more here. Okay, so Jeff says, I didn't realize being black was an issue in Quebec. I never can understand how a minority group can dislike another. You'd think they would until each other would understand each other's struggles. Well, first of all, being black is not accepted anywhere. I mean, I don't know what that is. I don't know why we single out the blacks so much. First of all, I'm Jewish. I have had enough prejudice against me in my life. I would never, once I became an adult and I realized other people were the same as me, I've never been prejudiced against anybody else. I don't have that in me. And I don't get it. Like you say, why would I, who's been prejudiced, has prejudice thrown against him for no reason? Because I'm an atheist. I'm not Jewish, really. I don't practice it. Why would I hate black people, or why would I hate brown people, Indian, Mexican, the natives? I mean, why would I? It's just the dumbest. I want to swear, but it's the dumbest thing I can think of. So, but it happens everywhere. Hab Nation says he stopped watching TV a while ago. I found YouTube in 2011. It's more real. I prefer it. I gotta say, I watch more YouTube than I do TV. I still have shows that I watch, so I download them. But I have a TV. I don't have any cable in my room. I don't really go much in the living room to watch TV. And pretty soon I'm getting rid of it anyway and just keeping the internet. Because I watch pretty much YouTube and everything that I want online. Or I get it from online. So yeah, I don't have much reason for TV. I hate commercials. I hate the politics of most TV anyway. And I'm creating TV kind of in a way, right? That's what I do. So yeah, I stay on YouTube much more than I ever did. David's black. Well, there you go. So there you go. Well, I mean, well, I don't mean to. I hope you didn't find that we were talking bad, but I mean, there you go. Look, like, what's the difference? You didn't need to tell me that, David. Anyway, it's no different. But it's the truth. I don't know. You live in Ottawa. I don't know what you find there in Ottawa, but here, I mean, there's prejudice everywhere, right? Just look to the States. Trump, the president before Trump. Why did they dislike Obama? Why did most people dislike Obama? Only one reason. He came from the wrong color side of town. That's the only reason. I love Obama. As a matter of fact, he was just in town, I think. I guess he was doing a talk. He was just here. We Frenchies tend to be a bit too racy. Yeah. And not just race. I mean, your language too, buddy. And I've lived with that my whole life here in Quebec. I'm English. I've lived with that my whole life. Since 76, when I had to get a bloody card so I could go to English school. If I didn't have that card, I didn't go to English school. So I've lived with that since that long. So he says also, I guess you could say when it comes to people of color, personally, I don't care about the color of your skin, but many of our people are racy. And that's the truth. And like I said, not everybody. It's not everybody. It's not everybody anywhere, but it's the truth. Yeah, listen, I like David. I love Subban too. I'm sad for him that his career is kind of on the wane a bit. But I mean, Subban was my favorite Hab when he was here. So. Yeah, Hab Nation, it definitely is the truth. And Peter says, I think racism is a losing game. Wow. It is. It's a losing game, and how the hell it's been around for so bloody long? I just don't get it. But I guess it's, it's in our nature to dislike others that aren't the same as us for some reason in general. I'm generalizing. And there's enough of us, thank God, that are, I'm not going to say woke, but I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, but at least we don't think that way. Been a long time. I mean, since I'm a kid, I grew up around racism everywhere. Like I said in that video, from TV, my parents, my friends, everywhere you wanted to freaking look, there was some form of racism out there, and it affects you, But eventually, you got to look yourself in the mirror and say, like, are you going to be one of those people, or you're going to, not? I chose not. Game's going to start soon, just a couple minutes away. Jeff, you're boycotting Sportsnet? Yeah, well, I would like to, but I kind of rely on it for some of these games, and I can't. But I honestly, I put out the video, and by the way, that's Jeff. That's the guy who really gave me who brought that point to my attention about how Sportsnet looks kind of greasy here, and they really do. And that's why it was in my video. So Fedgehead, who you see there, that's Jeff. He's the guy that brought that to my attention. It was a really good point of his, and I really thought, wow, that's something I got to put in my video. And I should have given him credit in the video, and I didn't, but I've since told him that. And now I'm telling you all. Jeff is now saying he wasn't a PK fan after his second season once the new wore off. But it wasn't because he's black. No, I'm sure it wasn't. No, look, PK had his detractors because of his game. And the personality. I think it's the personality that was the problem here. Because, look, most players here aren't. That's not going to be a problem. It's not like the French Canadian and they hate him. The problem, from what I understand, was the personality. The fact that he's a bit of a showboat and looking out for himself. And look, apparently this happened in Nashville too. And I've heard even stuff about with New Jersey, but I mean, I don't know how much of that is just people talking and they don't know what they're talking about. I'm not inside, so I don't know. David is British, German, Irish, and Quebec. I have everything. Now, I'm Jewish, but my mother's father had Arab blood in him. So I'm a Heinz 57 myself. My great-grandfather walked out of Russia to, I think, Switzerland or Sweden or one of those countries when he was like 19 or something. Literally walked to get away from all the hatred there, and then came to Canada, and I've got everything in me. That's why I can't. Well, why would I hate anybody? I got a little bit of that blood in me. I'm gonna hate somebody. I got part of it in me. I don't. Why I'm hating myself? It's dumb. It's a no gain situation. What's that term? Just heard Julian say that Drouin's injury has nothing to do with Ovechkin's hit. Really? Oh, I've got City TV on here, but I'm not. The sound's off. And they just interviewed him. That's interesting. I wonder. You think maybe? I wonder if he hurt himself in the third period. Like maybe, but they say nothing to do with it. That hit might have, jangled him up, and then he maybe took a hit or something, caused an injury later on. I don't know. Because this all just happened. I would have put that in my video today if I'd have heard that was going to happen. So the game's about to start. I better get it set up so I can at least see it. And it looks like tonight, I'm not getting it on internet. Wow. This is, thank God it's on TV. Oh, there we go. I tell you, I found this stream because there's streams for the game and they're not reliable, but I found this one. I'll, if I remember, I'm going to put a link in the description when I redo it after. It doesn't fail me. It's been almost perfect. I've watched at least 10 games this way, and I love this site. Knockwood doesn't go away now that I said that. Somebody set it up, a Habs fan from one of the Facebook groups I'm in, and that's how I got the link, and it's been A1 ever since. Okay, so I'm going to just read. I think that's the way to go. I'm not going to describe the game. You guys probably have the game on too. So we're kind of watching together. Remember, I'm about 30 seconds or so behind you guys. And it's okay if they score, put it in there. It's not going to bother me. And where was I going with that? So I'm not going to do play-by-play or anything like that. But I'll just keep typing in stuff. I'll answer questions. I'll talk a little bit about the game. To me, it seems that's what works better. It's like 5 streams I've been done like this now. I'm starting to get a feel for what to do. Besides, someone told me, a couple people actually said, they'd rather that I don't do the play-by-play, that rather just this kind of talk, and they enjoyed it a lot more. So I'm here for your entertainment. Plus, I really enjoy doing it, but I mean, I'm here for your entertainment in the long run, right? So, because you can get the game. I'm not going to bring anything new to the game by doing play-by-play. That's for damn sure. Because I tried the first 2 games. I tried a little bit and quickly realized I'm no Danny Gallivan. It's an old reference. If you guys don't get it, sorry. So the game's going to start. I'm hoping for some good stuff happening tonight. Let's see now. Ron's talking about Don. Oh yeah, he is. Hang on, I want to hear this.
I thought it was easiest, having spoken all week about Don, your friend, partial to feelings and his interest for
I'm hearing myself. Why am I hearing myself? That is not a good thing. Take the sound off of that. Okay, so he's done now. I didn't hear what he said. I'll watch it on YouTube later. Oh, he's in Toronto. Bukaskis. Okay, so Zachary, don't take this person. I want to talk about Toronto. No, listen, they're in bad shape right now. They're something's got to break for them. I personally, I'm not unhappy about it, but there's the problem with having 3 guys at $10 million and more, and you got 3 other guys in Anderson, Nylander, and Morgan Riley, who are also making pretty good salaries, and then there's no money to build a team around you. And this is the problem. I was reading something earlier where somebody was talking about, I think they did it on TV, that what a talented team and great team, and where the talent is in your top few players, and there's not much talent around them. And this is a problem. And you know what? They had a decent start, but when you have a team like that, where you don't have that talent, that secondary and tertiary scoring, that the depth to bring guys up if you got injuries or things aren't going well, you want to shake things up. You got no depth. You got no talent there. It's going to catch up to you, and it's not going to take long. And you're a quarter of the way into the season. They're struggling right now. And I don't know. I don't see that changing unless they, I don't know. There was a rumor they're going to trade Nylander to free up some money and bring some guys in. We'll see. I should lower that. I should definitely lower that. Okay, guys, I guess you're all off watching. Oh, no, hey. No, nothing creepy about it. They're out there. You're allowed to say they're cute. I've never seen her before either, so. I imagine she's in Toronto. That's probably why. And they're playing, what, Pittsburgh. Crosby's out, 6 weeks or something? So Pittsburgh's going to struggle too. So Toronto might win here tonight. Not just because they can't. They can't beat Pittsburgh any other night. They could maybe, but I would think they got to feel good that they have a shot here. Elliot Friedman with just a mustache. My God, that looks weird. Is that for Movember? Oh God, Elliot, don't do that, please. That's scary. Joe, don't feel creepy because MJ's noticed her too. And so she's been on there for a while. I've never seen her before. Does she cover Toronto games mostly, or? So, oh yeah, Toronto's playing Buffalo. Buffalo needs to get a kick in the pants. They were doing really good at the beginning, and they've fallen off. And that's what happens. It shakes out. And look, Montreal was struggling a little bit at the beginning, but they're a good team, and it shakes out that they're playing a lot better. So we got Toronto in Pittsburgh, Ottawa's in Buffalo, and the Devils is in Montreal. I guess those are, the Pittsburgh game. How many games are in Canada? Are we playing the only Canadian game? Anyway, it's about to start. Let's hope for the win. Let's hope for a good game. Let's hope they don't play down to them. We don't want that to happen. I should get my book out. The Devils, that's who we're playing. Oh, God, so many times I forget. It goes out of my head who we're playing. I'm interested to see Jack Hughes. He's got 4 goals, 5 assists. Although he's a -7, so I don't know if that's necessarily just the team or his play. But I want to see how he looks. I imagine he's playing with Taylor Hall. I know he's playing with Palmieri because I saw some in the highlights I've seen of them. He seems to be playing with Palmieri, but I imagine it's Hall, Palmieri, and Hughes, I guess. So there you go. Devils at Habs. So I'm interested to see how Jack Hughes looks, to see him. I'm curious who's in nets. I imagine it's gonna be Blackwood because look at Schneider's numbers. They're not really good at all. So I can't imagine they want to put Schneider in against the Habs unless they don't really care, win or lose. But then why play the damn game if you don't care and you don't try to win, right? So I'm kind of interested in that. That's what I'm looking at mostly. And for the Habs, Hudon, I want to see how Hudon responds to the call-up. Obviously, KK, I want to see how he looks. If he's looking any better, maybe a little more confident out there since he's back. And Kincaid, I want to see that Kincaid doesn't, no bad goals. He's got to tighten that up. And if that can happen, if Kincaid can have a good solid game, we should definitely have a win here. And Montreal, like I said, they need to not play down to a lower team. And they need to play, even though it's a lower team and they're kind of struggling, I guess, that you still need to play that 60-minute game. And as I was saying in my preview, even look, if you're 5-0 after the first period, you don't stop. You don't let go of that pedal second and third period. You got to keep going. Because the minute you let go of that pedal, they start to come back. That'll be what happens. Oh, I'm curious to see how Subban. I don't care how they receive him or not. That doesn't matter to me. I'm curious to see how Subban does. back here in Montreal with the Devils. He's played here since he's been traded, but he hasn't played here as a member of the Devils, so I'm interested to see how he looks there. And that's pretty much what I'm looking for in this game. Plus, of course, I got to record what happens, goals and all that stuff, and put out a review. The review probably be out in the morning. It depends. If it's a really big win and it's really exciting, I'll probably put it out tonight. If it's overtime and a shootout and all that and it's late, I won't put it out tonight. But it'll be out by the morning for sure. For sure. And then tomorrow is a day off. I'm probably just going to have that go out and probably not doing any videos tomorrow. I've got some stuff to do. And there's a few back-to-backs this month. There's like 3 of them in this month. It's a lot. It seems like the back-to-backs are all coming early in the season, and the last couple of months there might only be one back-to-back set. Okay, so they're on the ice. Oh, it's the national anthems. Oh, let's see. I missed a few things. They just said on TV that in practice Suzuki was second line with Domi and Armia. Yeah, so Suzuki's going to play second line wing. Don't expect Domi to be moved to the wing. Not now. Not yet. I think maybe when there's a slump happening and they need to shake things up, I don't think while they're winning you're going to see Domi move to the wing. I really don't. Josen gets for November. Elliot Friedman too, right? That's horrible. That's like horrible. If I was his wife, I'd make him sleep in another room. You got your mustache as well. Well, I always wear mine, and quite frankly, I'm never shaving all the way. I look like I'm 40 years older when I shave, and I'm not doing that. So that's my only vanity. Don't worry, it'll come in as you get older, like you say. The more you shave, the thicker it'll get. Oh, David is now telling me that he's not black. I think he wanted to see my reaction. David, I don't react. I don't care what color you are. I really don't. It doesn't bother me. I'm over that long time. I don't care color, nationality. As long as you're a human being and you treat people decently, that's my all I expect from people. So they're just about to, I don't know if they're doing some kind of ceremony or they're just singing the national anthem. I guess just singing it. Hopefully, it won't be that horrible singer. Oh man, they had somebody a month ago that was horrible. I don't know if this is her. No. I don't know. Is that the same one that was horrible? Do you guys remember that horrible singer? A singer that was so bad that you had to stop and say, "Oh my God, she's bad." And I commented on it in my video. But this one's not too bad. I think it's funny sometimes. Yeah, we're in Quebec, so they use a lot of French singers. I just find it funny how in this way, some of the French singers, you can hear the accent a little bit in their singing, but then you take like the British singers or from Europe and stuff, and they sing in English, and you don't hear any difference. So I don't understand why that would be. There's Subban singing along, and as usual, jumping around, hopping around before. Although he's not on the ice, it seems. I like that little growl she puts in there a little bit for a second there. I like that. Oh, Canada. I should be standing with my hat off and my hand over my heart. Not too many people do that anymore. When I was a kid and you go to these things, I'm not taking you see my bald head. Everyone was doing that. Not too many people do that anymore. Should I say it? You people don't do... No, I don't mean that. Oh, geez, Kincaid looks a little nervous there. Although I forgot, you guys are like, this song's probably over and they're probably faced off already, but I'm still in the national anthem for Canada. Okay, that's enough of the anthems. Let's get going. Drop the puck already. She's not a bad singer. Oh. Hey, Jeff, say hi back for me. Say hi back. Unless she's there with you, then hi, Laylee. Oh, MJ, Roger Doucette. Yeah, once you've seen Roger Doucette sing the national anthem or hear him, especially for the number of years we did, nobody is as good. Roger Doucette was the Habs voice for the anthem. Oh my God. Haven't heard him in forever, but he could sing it. Michelle, Rick, I sent you earlier today my recipe for making bread. Yes, I briefly saw it as I was getting ready for this. My problem is I don't eat whole wheat. I'm not into healthy bread, unfortunately. But I've made note of it. I didn't answer because I didn't have time. I was just going through it quickly. And yes, but thanks for sending it to me. It seemed pretty interesting. I've never used chickpea flour before, but I'll check it out. I make bread. Well, now I've been making bread at least once a week. So the game is started. Let's see a good result here, boys. So I guess Tatar's happy to be back on that first line. Oh. Okay, come on, guys. Feeling each other out a little bit. My God, it's hot in my room today. I live in an apartment building on the second floor. Oh God, I don't have a problem with heat. As cold as it can be outside. Still nothing. There's still like, there's an offside by Domi. Still in the feeling out period, just a minute gone anyway. Excuse me. Those hot dogs are coming back up. Oh boy, those hot dog buns I made were so good with it. That was a good idea of mine.
And then the drop pass out to Gusev. The shot comes to the net. Mete jars Kincaid, which lowers the puck from his chest to the ground. Coleman gets
okay, Subban's out there.
And that goes off Mete and out of harm's way. Kincaid sets it up for Jeff Petrie, and he'll take it back.
Okay, guys, let's go show New Jersey something. Man, Petrie played 32 minutes the other day. Can you imagine? Oh, me too, David. I was an accident as well. I was not an expected baby. There you go for an icing, early icing. So Hudon's playing the right wing on the fourth line. Oh, Sherratt and Weber are together again. That's a little odd. Mete and Petrie again. I don't know. I thought that was only for certain teams. I don't know why it would be for this team. I don't think they're a strong enough team that you would have to, but maybe they saw something they liked in the last game. They wanted to keep them together again. So that's a little surprise for me that they're still together. So KK is out there. I didn't notice him. There he is. Okay. Good to see him back, though. A groin injury can be a little tricky, you know. You think you're healthy and it's all healed, and then you go for a skate, and you're back to being sore again. Ooh. Bad bounce from Fleury. The puck went to the net. What number is Hughes? I want to see Hughes. I don't know his number.
Hasn't been good of late. He got off to a great start. He had 10 points.
Because I think they're out there. I think that's Palmieri out there. So imagine Hughes is out there.
But when you're not scoring points, what you have to make sure you're doing is not hurting your team. And that's what Matt Stoney's doing. He's playing hard. He's doing all the things he's going to do. And he's just hoping that sooner or later, this thing's going to kick back in.
Yeah, they're talking about Domi. Domi's got only 2 points in his last 9 games. So I was talking about it yesterday.
Naturally, you can't force it. And Domi's doing that.
It's a worry. And you know, it might be a way to kick him in by putting him on the wing. That might be a reason they do it, is to see if he keeps going like this, they might put him there to see if it kickstarts him.
3 goals the other night when Laval had hat trick and sometimes scoring at the American
Yeah, it would be nice, Michelle, to see him score.
at this level, and he knows that. He's been
He's got 2 goals, but both on the road, which was the opposite of last year. So I'd like to see him get one here tonight and at home. And there's Hudon. I'd like to see Hudon have a good game. I don't dislike the guy. He went down there, he did the right thing. He went down there, he didn't complain, he worked hard, and he's improved. And he was good on the power play, so I'm hoping he can make a little difference here because that was a nice, he kept the puck in. Because the power play is kind of on the way down. Only 2 goals in the last 7 games. And both of them in the same game, so. I was going to say the save by Price. That was Kincaid in that. I'm not sure if you guys can hear the sound, or maybe I should keep it a little lower. Can't get in trouble for the sound.
And certainly, it's tough when you come in and you're playing against your old team like this. He's getting to start right here at the Bell Center.
So it's 4-2 in shots for New Jersey to start off already. I'm sure just as much they'd like to put a few past Kincaid here, their former teammate. Oops. Oh, so Blackwood's in nets. I'm not. He was just saying he's surprised to see Blackwood in. I'm not. Look at Schneider's record. Why would they put him in against Montreal? If anything, you'd put Schneider in against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's not struggling, but Crosby's out. It wasn't going to be a high-scoring game, and it wasn't. Oh, so Hughes has Wayne Simmons on his line. That's true. Subban's out there. They're booing him. Yeah, they're booing him. Shameful. It's absolutely shameful that they're booing PK. There's no reason for it. Come on, guys. Get this puck out. There we go. Finally, they break out. Oh, nice little spinorama away from by Gallagher there to get away from the guy. Nothing came of it, but it was a nice little move. Come on, guys. Compared to yesterday's game, not as exciting. I kind of was expecting that, though, for this game. Come on, guys. So Hughes is number 15. I see that. So I want to keep my eye on him. He's not out there right now, but. Yeah, that was not a smart pass by KK. Okay, that was clearly offside. And then someone hits him into the boards, and he comes up smiling, looking up at the screen up there.
It's hard to believe when you look at him. He's a very strong guy. Strong legs, strong core. Gallagher bumped into him, didn't even move him. And then on the transitional turnover, Gallagher with the Sir Savardi and spinorama.
There you go. Oh, boy, it's been a long day. Anybody see the bread I made? Made some bread. It was in. I put it in the video. I showed it. It was good. Okay, come on, guys. Keep it in the zone. There we go. Come on. Weber winds up. Blackwood, he saved it, but it went hit the netting up there. Okay. We all watching the game intently. Oh, they're showing some. I was wondering what that is. They're showing some of Weber's rockets for some goals. Man, that was a rocket the last game, against last night. Wow. I swear, I said it in the video, you could see flames coming out of the back of that puck. I would not want to stand in the way of a Shea Weber shot. No way. Because there's spots on your body there that aren't covered by padding. Hudon gets a little late shot on net. I bet you he's happy to be back up in the big time. But he worked hard down there, and he really deserved the call up. I just didn't expect it so soon, because I just said this in a video that I expect the next call up would be him, and the next day he's here. Oh, that's true. This is the Devils are a former Claude Julien coach team, or former Julien team. I wonder why they fired him there. Something had to happen that was behind the scenes that we didn't know about. I'm hoping for a little more excitement for the second period. I know it's still 14 minutes, but my God, this is boring so far. Give us something to talk about, guys. I got all this dead air. I gotta somehow entertain these people, and you gotta give me something. Should I start telling jokes? I've got dad jokes and boomer jokes, but I don't know if you guys would be interested in that. And no, I don't have enough of them. I'm not a very good jokester. Is Byron sick, or some say he is and he isn't? No, apparently he has a lower body injury. He's day to day. I don't know what it is, but if you remember last night, he got hurt. I think it was in the third, or I'm not sure if it was second or third. I think the third. And he had to limp off. And I'm not sure if he came back or not, but he hurt himself yesterday somewhat. But it's just day to day. Tell stories. Okay, but I'm not a storyteller. That's the problem. I've got to learn to be a little more entertaining for these boring games, though, when there's nothing happening. Or if we get some kind of thing happen and they got to fix the ice or do something, I'm going to have to... maybe I'll learn to tap dance. That's something. Oh, that was Subban and Gallagher there. Subban just held him on his arm and put him down. That was kind of funny. He just had it wrong. He called Blackwood Kincaid. That's funny. He didn't realize it because I'm looking for Kincaid, but it was Blackwood that did what he said. That's funny. Talk about unrestricted free agent soon? Oh, Taylor Hall. Yeah, I still think it's a little early, though, Peter. Too much left in the season. Maybe once you get to game 40. But I definitely think Hall's not going to be long for New Jersey. Unless they have a dramatic change at some point in the season. I don't see Hall wanting to stick it out. Whoa. So yeah, no, I don't think so. Talk about Habs things. Tell us stories about the Habs. Oh my God. Yeah. Under pressure, nothing's coming to my head. What do you like from the 70s? You gotta ask me questions. What do you want to know from the 70s? Anything I can tell you about? Give me a player. I'll talk. Who would you like to know anything about? Hey, so Hab Nation, which player do you want to know about? I will tell you what I can about him, but I can't think of any stories off the top of my head. Damn it. I know it's the stuff that comes to mind is the stuff I know you know about. Like I was thinking about Guy Lafleur with his smoking and the time he was partying and he almost got killed in his car with that pole through the window. What else do I know? Oh, I know. I don't know if I can talk about it though. I think I might have once before. The Kostitsyn brothers. The only story that comes to mind now is I used to drive people around, and one of the people I used to drive around was a masseuse from a rub and tug downtown, and she told me a story about how one of the Kostitsyn brothers, the older one, was a regular client, and when his brother got called up, he was in town or he was playing here, and he was there, and he had such a good time. He called his brother and said, "Come on over, I'll pay for it. You got to see this girl." And they both, she had them both. Oh, there's my bald head. And so, yeah, that's the only story that comes to mind. It's terrible. I hope I don't get sued by the Kostitsyns. This is allegedly happened. Shots are 8-4. I don't know if it's 8-4. I thought I saw Habs had five shots just before. Oh, wait, I missed something from Hab Nation. Like the time Hull passed it up to Tremblay and they won the cup. To Tremblay? Oh my God, which cup was that? I know in '79 when, you know, that famous scene with the too many men on the ice for Boston and then Lafleur, the slap shot from the point that beats Gilles Gilbert. I know that the winning goal, because that was the tying goal, but the winning goal was Yvan Lambert, like one of those in-tight goals, I believe. But I'm not. It's not coming to mind. The Tremblay, Hull passing to Tremblay. So I don't know why it's not coming to mind. You gotta give me a little bit more there. What do I think of Louis Leblanc? Did you think he would have been a good bottom six player at the very least? No, LeBlanc showed nothing. I don't think so. I don't know. Every time he was here, although, look, we had a horrible team then. We had a team that did not believe in itself. Oh, my God, I lost like 3 people because I can't tell stories. Ooh, geez, that's terrible. No, LeBlanc, I didn't find LeBlanc did anything that I would say was worth keeping him here for, honestly. Masseuse, what's that again? Seriously? Massage? A girl that gives a massage? I would have thought you would say, what's a rub and tug? Not what's a masseuse. Yeah, I'm talking. I missed the damn thing. I'll see it on the condensed game. You liked... come on. Who's Lamourette? Abnation, who's Lamourette? Did you misspell that? Oh, in 78? It was 78. 78, that was against... Oh, God. That was the winning goal? I didn't realize in 78... Was Réjean Hull still playing here in 78? Jeez. Yeah, for a young guy, that's like a senior moment there, Joe. It's okay. It happens to all of us. Hey, Have Nation, what's a Lamourette? I have zero idea. I know, unfortunately, I don't remember that goal. Now, I'm trying to think, that was 78. Where was I living in 78? I was on the farm. I don't know. I know I was living on the farm then, so I definitely saw it. There wasn't a Stanley Cup I didn't see. Of those 4, for sure. Your computer broke. This one's not working good. That's a Lamourette? Or the keyboard's not... Is the keyboard or the typer? Oh boy, it's 11-5 now in shots. Montreal's not getting shots. It's kind of reminiscent of... Well, no, they were still actually out shooting Washington last night at all points of the game. Under 10 minutes. Okay. Oh, Hab Nation blue screens are not good. PK is getting booed like crazy, and it is disgusting is a good word. It's disgusting that they would boo a guy for no reason, and honestly, the only reason is, like we said before. You said something about a lamorette. I have no idea what a lamorette is, but it's okay. We'll let it pass. Why is that, David? Why do you have a soft spot for Keith Kincaid? There's a specific reason? It's not I could dislike him or anything, but just curious as to why. Let me see, did I miss anything? No. Yeah, what you wrote, Hab Nation, was, yeah, I liked Lameret. Lameret. You probably said Lambert. Oh, that's it. You just misspelled Lambert. Do you remember the commercial for the Dorian suit? Where there's no asshole. A Dorian suit, there's no asshole. And we always call them asshole because of that. In a good-natured way, though. Those were the days. Yeah, it's kind of it's not a good look for the Habs fans booing Subban for no reason. Because, like, literally, what is the reason? I think the only reason is what I said before. It's the only reason they're booing him. It's the color of the skin. And that's just very lame. So I'm in a commercial break. I don't know what... Oh, it's on TV anyway. No, that's what I can do. It's on City TV, so I have it on my TV over there, but it's a little far away. Okay, sorry, they're showing a replay here. Domi's in a slump. Domi's gotta work his way out of it. Maybe let's hope Suzuki can get him out of it. If anybody, a player like that could be a real thing. Yeah, MJ, I figured it out. That's what he meant was Lambert. He was a character. He stood in front of the net. He got a lot of garbage goals. He did a lot of screens and all that. Good player that way. Montreal they were just a good team. Although, I got to tell you, if you take that Habs team that won 4 straight cups, and that team in their prime or the ages they were then, if somehow we could get them to play this team we have right now, this team would kick their ass because they are so much faster and more skilled. It's amazing. It's just amazing the difference in the speed of the game and the skill level of these young guys. Michelle, I'm not a betting man, but I'd put money on that. And not just me. I mean, Joe agrees with me. Joe's a Quebecer. You're a Quebecer. Come on, buddy. What would be the reason otherwise, though? Listen, if you give me a good reason to say, I would say, okay, that makes sense. But I don't see any other reason why they would. He's done nothing here. He's only still done good things with the hospitals and all that. Every time he comes back, he does good stuff. He's a good guy. So I have no idea why they're booing him otherwise. They don't do that to all the ex-players that get traded away when they come back. They don't boo them. But it seems like they're booing PK. I don't get why. So that's the only reason I know. And also, quite frankly, I've heard people say it. That's why they don't like him. So it's not just from, and I'm not saying everybody's like that. I'm not painting everybody. I never do that. But I think that's the reason why the boos are there. It's sad. It's a real sad thing to say. And it's not, I'm sure it's not only French people, but in general, it probably is. And it's just it's too bad. It's unfortunate with the rise of the CAQ, who We're not separate. We're not separatists. Yeah, you are. It's unfortunate that with the rise of them, that old French-English bullshit is back out there. And I live here in Dorval, which is on the West Island, and I've had to deal with a little bit of that since the CAQ came in. I've had to deal with that attitude against me again because I speak English, and I hate it. I love French people, but I freaking hate separatists. I'm sorry, but I hate separatists. But French people, well, my ex-wife is French. My kids are half French, so I got nothing against French people, and they should have nothing against me, you know? But I've been dealing with that since '76. A long time. So I think I have a little bit, it's more of a, when I say it, it's not just, what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? It's an educated thought. Anyway, look, you might think I'm wrong, and I could be wrong, but I don't think so. 16-6 in shots. I know they're doing to us kind of what we did last night to Washington, and I hope it's not the same kind of result, because it could be. Montreal could be tired here, but listen, New Jersey played last night also, so it's not an excuse at this point. Okay, what's brash? When PK's wife retired from the American ski team, he gave her a cake shaped like a goat, and it said greatest of all time on it. He was brash, so he didn't fit in. Well, listen, he's that's his character. That's who he is. It doesn't make him a bad person, because he's not. He's not a bad person. He likes the limelight. He likes that. He's allowed. I thought he deserved. I mean, he was allowed. When he was here, he was really good, and I thought he deserved to be who he wanted to be. But I think this is the reason why. They see that kind of an attitude in somebody, and this is why I say it. They see that brash, confident attitude, and he's black. And I'm sorry, but if you're a racist person, it's going to rub you the wrong way. That's just the way it is, and I think that's where the boos come from. Yeah, I hope I don't lose. I'm going to lose any more subscribers over this. But it's unfortunate. It's the way things are in the world. But talking Habs, when you come into my channel, you don't ever have to worry about any of that. We don't do that here. We don't allow that. There's no French-English problem. There's no black-white problem or any kind of problem. Not in my freaking room. Or my video, anyway. David, Devils are one of your teams too? Okay, cool. I didn't know that. I know you got a few teams. Yeah, well, listen, he promotes himself. He doesn't make any bones about it, and it shouldn't bother anybody. You know, I might be that same way. If I doubt I'd be like that, but I mean that's his character. That's his whatever. But these boos, he touches the puck and they boo. I mean that's ridiculous. No, that's okay. You didn't have to be a fan. Didn't have to be a fan. Oh, he's black, I better be a fan. That's ridiculous too. And you don't have to explain it if you're not a fan. He's just a hockey player. Now that's okay. Listen, I may be wrong, but everything I've seen in my life, when I was married, my ex-wife is French. I'm Jewish and I'm English, and her family didn't necessarily like it. Not that they said anything to my face. They never said anything to my face, but man, the shit that happened behind my back. So I've got first-hand experience like this, and that's why I say it. So, and you can't say that I'm wrong about that, because that's my life, and I know what happened. And sorry, but I see it a lot, you know. And look what's happening in the States. They're no better. So it's not just that it's a French thing. I'm not just saying that here in Quebec it is. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
That's the push maybe, and the crowd at Bell Center didn't like it.
And I mean, look, we could have different opinions of it. That's fine, but I don't believe I'm wrong on that. I really don't.
The ice. He had a conversation with the referee, and he was trying to say he was.
Yeah, Joe, his first game back, I sure hope he does. It would be nice to see him get a goal. He's worked hard and he deserves it. I'd like to see him on, if they get any power plays, I'd like to see him get a shot there too, because he's been doing really well with the Rocket on the power play from what I understand. Anyways, no more, we shouldn't be talking about stupid prejudices and stuff. It's dumb. So under 5 minutes to go. No score in this first period. 18-6 shots on goal for New Jersey. But they've got, 0 to show for it. So it might be a lot of shots, but with nothing to show for it, what's it mean?
They can't get a change because the defender knocked the net off, and so the Devils have
With nothing to show for it, it's just a bunch of shots. If anything, it means Kincaid's playing well.
was pushed by the player on the opposing team in the defensive zone. Therefore, they shovel all the people
You know what, Hab Nation? Doesn't matter what you are, you'll find whatever religion or wherever you're brought up. There's always somebody you're brought up not to like. It doesn't matter, right? It seems to always, doesn't matter where you go. There's somebody that's being hated somewhere. Galley and PK's rivalry is really showing. I know. they're really after each other. I wonder if part of the reason why PK wasn't, whatever the problems were here, maybe Galley and him didn't get along. I know there was somebody that wasn't a big fan of him, and I guess maybe it was Galley. I don't know. But they're really banging on each other. Galley doesn't look like he's too happy with PK at all. So unfortunately, since I'm doing the live stream, I can't really tell how well they're doing, so I can't really give an opinion on how this period has gone. But if you go by the amount of shots, you'd think that New Jersey's outplaying them. But I don't think so. From what I can see, it's not like they're outplaying them, but they're getting the shots. Well, Montreal gets better in the period, like in the game as the periods go on. Montreal gets better, so I'm looking for a lot better, better result from the second period with hopefully some scoring going on. Oh! Lehkonen was tied up. Man, that was a nice little pass over there by Mete. He had no shot, so he did the right thing trying to pass. I saw something written today about Lehkonen, about how if you watch him play, all the stuff he does behind the scenes of the puck, like without carrying the puck, real smart player, this Lehkonen, and that's why he's always out there. People say he can't pull the trigger, he's not scoring, because he's not necessarily there for scoring only. He's there because he does a lot of really good things that you don't notice, but coaches notice. Yeah, Hab Nation, the world is weird. That is for sure. Like me, I'm weird. Joe is saying, Plekanec, Gallagher, Pacioretty, Desharnais all had a problem with PK. Price, Markov, Weiss were the only ones that got along with him. Yeah, well, I didn't know how many players, but I knew there were a couple of players, and I never really read who, they never really identified exactly who it was. But I know Weiss was a friend of his. I know Weiss and PK, and Markov and PK definitely got along. And Price got along with everybody. And Price was a friend of PK. Wait, there is a video of PK, a Galley and PK getting into a fight. Really? So Galley didn't get along with him. And, you know, it makes sense. Look at the kind of game Gallagher has and the kind of gung-ho team attitude. PK's attitude isn't necessarily all about team, right? I could see Galley and PK not getting along. Oh, it was when Galley was a rookie, eh? Yeah, I never saw that. Honestly, I never saw that, and I never really heard about Galley and PK particularly having problems. But it doesn't surprise me Because when you, like I said, when you think about the type of games they have, I could see Gally not being a super big fan of the way PK looks out for himself first type of thing, you know. And he's a bit of a grandstander, a bit showboat. You could say he's a bit of a showboat, but it's what works for him, you know. I don't think PK could play any other way, so it works for him. So that's fine. Oh, this is funny, showing Nate Thompson dancing with John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever. Oh my God. I'm liking Nate Thompson more and more every game. This guy is 35 years old. He skates like he's 20, and he's really gotten better. He's so much better than he was last year here. I just really like him. I'm so glad they kept him, and I didn't know what kind of role he'd have, but he's got a role here. Ooh, oh, guy goes crashing into Kincaid. Who the hell was that? Wood.
Yeah, this one a little more aggressive by Wood. You remember he fell into him earlier.
They're teammates before, so they're probably friends. I don't think it's anything bad. Yeah, Joe, I was just talking about it. They just showed that Nate Thompson thing. That was so funny.
This one here, he's driving to the net. He's a big guy with tons of speed. Sherrod is heading back to his post, and once he leans on him, Wood is...
And J-Mart, very funny. You're about to go bye-bye.
And certainly when you look at these two teams and the history of goaltenders getting run into, you go back to Kyle Palmieri.
Just give me a minute while I throw this idiot out of the room. Bye-bye, J-Mart.
And Palmieri just happened to be the guy that night that did it. He's not a guy known for running into goaltenders or being malicious with anyone on the ice. And Carey Price.
What is wrong with people? I'm just curious. What do you think a guy like that who comes in and he says something stupid like that, what's the motive? That's what I don't understand what their motive is to come in. Like, what joy do they get out of coming in and trolling a channel? I just don't get it. It's the dumbest thing I've seen. Let's see now. Game. 2 minutes to go. Oh, Hab Nation, they fought at a practice? Yeah, you'd think that would be... Well, it was probably reported, and I didn't... Back in those days, I wasn't really following closely enough. That's why I got kind of rusty on it. I imagine you guys have noticed a difference in my hockey, whatever you want to call it, in the last few months. I've gotten it back. Not fully there, but I've gotten it back. I'm not nearly as stiff with it as I was before. Oh, beauty, Petrie, beauty. That was a nice shot. Right in that top corner like that. Beautiful. Oh, that was tipped in. Oh, I didn't notice that. Wow, I didn't see the tip. Where did he tip? Oh, he did touch it. Oh, wow, I didn't see that. Oh, wow, that's funny. So nice tipping by Gally.
And Gallagher is sitting about maybe 10 feet off the net. He opens up his blade, not to stop this puck, but to just change the direction and the height and the elevation of it. What a great tip by Brendan Gallagher. And they're being outshot 18-8.
No, well, they have no reason. First of all, Michelle, they have no reason to boo Simons. They have no personal connection to Simons. They wouldn't boo him. They're not just booing players because they're black. It's not what I meant. But that's why they're booing PK, because he was here. They have an emotional investment in PK. Remember that. They feel betrayed by PK. They feel betrayed because of his attitude. That his attitude was too much me when it wasn't team. And what happens when they're unhappy with someone? If they find anything that they can pick on, they're going to do it. And he's black, and they picked on that. And that's what I'm saying. They were betrayed. They loved PK here. I'm not saying they didn't. But there was a point where it turned. Kincaid just made a really nice save. So that's what I'm saying. No, why would they boo Simons? They have no connection to Simons. I'm not saying that they're that bad. Okay, sorry if it came across that way. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean it that way. I did not mean it that way at all. That they boo black players. No, that's not what happens. But believe me, the biggest reason why they're booing him is because he's black. They're using that part of it to take their anger out on him because they feel betrayed by him. And why, I don't know. He got traded. He didn't leave here on his own, but they do feel betrayed because of the rift that was in the locker room. And all the stories that came out since then, since he's left, and the stuff that's come out. But oh my God, I'm sorry if it came out that I'm saying that Habs fans, the French Habs fans, boo black players. Whoa, my God, I walk that back. That is not what I meant. I'm only talking about PK. That's it. Oh my God, how bad would that be if they booed Simons when he touches the puck just because he's black? Come on. No. I love my fellow Quebecers. Believe me, I do. I don't think they're that bad. But some of them can be. But anyways, that's what I really meant, is that PK was loved here. But there was a point where I think a lot of fans felt betrayed by him because of the locker room stuff, the problems that were in the locker room. When Pacioretty was named captain, there was something that happened, and I can't put my finger on it, but since then, they turned on him, and they booed him every time he touches the puck when he's here, and it's been since he's left, pretty much, so that's what I'm saying. So sorry if that came out the wrong way, because that would be horrible. I wouldn't say something like that, because it would be false. That would be false. They don't just, there's a lot of black players that come here. They don't get booed, of course. But it's PK. And listen, Devontae Smith-Pelly played here, then he went to other teams. They didn't boo him when he came back. It's just PK because there was a really tight relationship. They loved PK, and then something happened, and I can't put my finger on what it was that happened, but that something caused that turn. And right now, that's the reason they're booing him. I'm sorry, but I believe that. But we can agree to disagree on that. So the period ended. We've got another couple of minutes to go. I missed stuff? Gusev scored. What game is that where Gusev scored? It's not here. The Habs are horrible defensively there. The Habs, I think, not their best first period, that's for sure. There is fun to be had making someone react. That's what the Hab Nation says, and that is true. That is true. And maybe they're just trying to get him his goat. I don't know. But they boo him every time, and I don't know any other reason why. And that's it. Okay, so period's over. I want to watch, I want to see the Coach's Corner with Ron McLean, so I'm going to end it right here. Can't thank you guys enough for coming in. Had a blast again. Last night was fun. Today was great. Thanks for watching. It was I don't really know how the game went that much because I couldn't pay attention too much. But I had a lot of fun doing this. Next game is, I don't even know when the next game is. I think Tuesday. But I will be putting this out. This review that I'm going to do will be out either later tonight or tomorrow morning. I don't think I'm going to do another video tomorrow because I got some stuff to do. Monday's a new day, and I will be back to doing videos every day starting Monday and preview and review the next game. So I should be more prepared and know what the next game is. So no problem. Yeah, no problem, Michelle. I'd rather actually have the conversation. I could always see those goals and stuff on replays. It's not a problem. No, I'm glad we had the conversation. And like I said, once again, sorry. I didn't mean... If you felt insulted, I don't blame you because I didn't mean to say that you guys boo. And when I say you guys, it's because I'm English, you're French. I don't mean anything bad about it. I don't get fired like Don Cherry. No. I didn't want you to think that that's what I meant, that the French fans boo black players, because that's not what I meant. So I'm glad we could straighten that out, and I'm glad we had the conversation. Conversations are always great. So take care of yourself. Thank you. And I'll see you next live stream. Next game, I'll be streaming the first period like always now. That's what my thing. And have a great night. Enjoy the rest of the game. And I will see you next video. And go Habs, go! Let's kick these guys' ass the rest of the game. Night, everybody. Thanks for coming in, eh? Have a great night.